There we go. And we just have a few people grabbing drinks and stuff. So we'll have snacks out very shortly. And you can order non-alcoholic beverages that are on us. Yeah, if you haven't been here before, it's really cool. It was my first time last month, so.
It's a little difficult.
Oh, we can turn the music down, yeah.
Have they been in? I just went years ago to the takeout place. So how long has this been open?
We're gonna have him do a host intro, but I know they just expanded. I don't know when they opened.
They've been open
Yeah.
for at least 6 or 7 years.
Okay. Just the green room, and then they expanded here and here because that was Space Coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll take one chair instead of 2 chairs. You can sit at these ones, Joey.
Front row seats are available. I'm trying to keep an eye on my bikes. I forgot my lock.
As long as you promise not to trip on the cord and sue me, that'd be great. Welcome, everyone. Coronado meeting.
Yay!
Well, that wasn't even my official intro. I just was, yeah. Good thinking, though. Okay, we'll go ahead and start. I want to respect everyone's time. All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the Coronado Neighborhood Association's December meeting. I've mentioned this, probably all of you have heard it now. We have some snacks coming out any minute now. We'll have some sambusas, we have lentil and chicken ones, and then some chicken wings. So those, feel free to come up wherever they get set. Just come up and take some. And then if you need something to drink, non-alcoholic beverages are on us. And we hope you enjoy yourself. They've been fantastic hosts for us. We'll have them come up and introduce themselves and tell us a little bit more about the restaurant very shortly. But we actually want to kick off, before I get started with the typical agenda, we have some guests here from Circle the City, and we have some flyers. We are currently partnered. Do you want to come up? We're in partnership with, Circle the City has partnered with Technoprint, who's located over on Virginia and 7th Street, for a supply drive for healing homelessness. So they have a whole list of clothing items, footwear, toiletries, and I will let you guys talk about Circle the City. And this is just for the online folks, so still speak loud for the room.
Okay, that's easy for me because I have a super loud voice. So hello, everybody. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Rebecca Morin. I'm the medical director of the Downtown Family Health Center for Circle the City. Circle the City exclusively treats people who are facing homelessness in Maricopa County. And we are an amazing organization, but we've got 2 family health centers that see what you would think of as a family health clinic, only unlike any family health clinic you've ever seen in your entire life. We also have 2 respite centers where people can go if they are not sick enough to be in the hospital, but too sick to live on the street. Like maybe they have terrible wounds, and if they went out to the street again, they would just get infected and back to the hospital, or they need a hip replacement, and a surgeon's not going to do that if you live on the street, because they'll definitely get infected. So they come to our respite center so they can get their surgeries, or they can heal after strokes or whatever, anything like that. And then we also have 5 mobile units that go around to different places, different shelters, and deliver care. And we also have street medicine teams that find people in alleyways and in park benches, wherever, and delivers care wherever it's needed. And all of that together makes Circle the City. But we're all from the Downtown Family Health Center, and this is it's really an incredible place. We take care of the entire person, because I'll be very honest with you, somebody who lives on the street and can't store their insulin, if they've got terrible diabetes, their insulin goes bad out on the street, so they don't take their insulin, they end up in the hospital. Or somebody who's got congestive heart failure and is on diuretics, and there's no access to a bathroom, they don't take their diuretics because they don't have easy access to the bathroom. They end up in congestive heart failure and they end up in the hospital. So we need to treat people like their basic needs first, so that we can take care of their actual medical problems. And that's where you guys really come in to help us out. There's a donation drive that's going on, and we would just appreciate any of the help you can get for us. And that's just for basic items, so that people can just lead dignified lives. So our patients, it's really, really sad, but there is a very high percentage of sexual and physical assault for people who live on the street. Sometimes people will urinate or defecate on themselves during that, and we need to supply them with clean clothes and a shower, which we've got 2 showers in our clinic for them, in order just to give them back like this sense that they're human beings. We've got people, a lot of times people think that they really think of like maybe severe mental illness, schizophrenia, drug substance use. And yes, we've got patients that suffer, that are dealing with those issues. But we also have a lot of people who like maybe just were working, paycheck to paycheck, and then their car broke down, and then they couldn't get to work. And so they lost their job, and so they couldn't pay their rent. So they became homeless. And now they're like in their mid-50s and homeless for the first time in their entire lives. And then if you can just imagine, they come to a shelter, which we have a shelter right next door to us, and they end up with lice or scabies. And if you can just imagine like the mental toll that takes, and people think like, oh my gosh, how did I get to this stage? Just being able to get them a shower, treat that lice or scabies, get them clean clothes that do not have lice in them, is just like, it just elevates them. It makes them realize that people actually do care, that we see them as people. Shoes is another thing. The terrible foot sores that people get, and you need to be able to walk to access food services, to be able to look for work, for everything that you need to do. And we end up with people with this horrendously bad foot wounds and foot sores that really brings their health way down. So shoes, being able to get them shoes that fit, clothes that keep them warm at night. We give away kindness kits that have like toothpaste and toothbrush and shampoo and soap and all the sort of things that just give people back their dignity. And those are the kind of things that we are asking in our donation bins, are the sort of things that just make people feel like people. And so that we can treat their medical problems. Once we get that taken care of, they'll listen to us to get their diabetes and their congestive heart failure, substance abuse issues, anything else. It's actually a big trust building thing. When we're able to take care of those needs, they begin to trust us because they know that we see them as people, and then we can take care of their medical conditions. So that's what Circle the City is about, and why we have out our donation bins. And I don't know how much time we have, but if you have enough time, we actually have somebody here that was one of our patients and is now one of our employees. If you have time for us to let her tell her story. Yeah? Come on up, Dana.
Hi, so my name is Dana. I was homeless on the streets from 2015 to 2022. I suffered from addiction and mental illness. I came to the Keys to Change campus, and started getting my health care with Circle the City. Eventually, I ended up in their medical respite that they were talking about. And one of the things that really impacted me at the medical respite was when I went in there. I had been in the hospital for 5 days, and my hair was matted, and I just they were doing a Christmas thing where they were cutting hair and giving makeovers and giving Christmas presents out to the people that were staying in respite. And I hadn't had a Christmas or a Christmas gifts in 20 years probably. So they combed out my hair. They took pictures of me with a Santa hat on, and kind of it just meant a lot to me. So from there, I decided actually to go to rehab for the first time. Got sober. I've been sober a little bit over 3 years. Last Thanksgiving, I was reunited with my family. And I was on the board of directors for about a year, and then they asked me to join their team. So now I'm one of the people in charge of helping connect the patients to some of the items that people donate. I can go get them a hygiene kit if they need a hygiene kit, shoes, clothing, and they all know me from when I was a client down there. So it does make a difference. The donations, the little things that just make you feel like you're, human again. So I appreciate, any donations you guys have, and just, keep in mind there's people out there that it does make a difference too. Thank you.
Just really quickly, so I'll go really quick. My name is Luke Smith. I'm the practice manager at Circle the City, the downtown clinic. I'm a nurse by background. I've actually been in healthcare 20 plus years. I have a doctorate in nursing. I was working in corporate America at one of the very large healthcare organizations here in town, and just found that I wanted to be closer to the patients and give back to the community. And so actually the CEO of Circle the City was my content expert for my doctoral program like 10 years prior. And I reached out and was like, I'm just looking for something new, applied for a staff nurse job, and now I run the clinic actually. But anyway, what I've really focused on is changing the culture of the care that we deliver and treating everyone holistically, and not just their physical ailments that our providers do so well, but really being able to provide services for the patients, food, clothing, meeting those basic needs that are so essential. And then the individual can actually focus on their health. Once we get them clothes and a warm blanket, and then they think about getting their medications filled. So it's really, really important. We rely heavily on donations for this type of stuff. Our medical care comes from other areas, but the things that I'm able to give out, it means so much to me personally. I too have been to rehab like Dana. It's something that changed my life as well too. I walk on the campus and people like come up and thank me for the services that we do. And I don't know if you've all been down to the Keys to Change campus, but it's really impactful to go down there. There's about 1,200 to 1,500 unhoused individuals that come on campus a day for different types of services. There's roughly 1,000 shelter beds within that area. And so we provide the medical care to that entire population. So we service about anywhere from 60 to 75 total patients a day. It's integrated medicine. So we have behavioral health, an addictionologist that works for us, our primary care physicians. We have behavioral health specialists, peer navigators. It's just a really, really awesome place. So if you guys ever want to come down, please feel free. And Technoprint has been so gracious. Delina, the CEO, is one of my friends, and she just wanted to give back. And she reached out to all of her clients and put these donation bins. We have donation bins at like Chapman dealerships, the Anthem outlet malls. And so we're really looking to make a big impact this year and help so many people. And we appreciate your support. So, thank you.
You may have explained at the beginning. Where would we bring these things?
Technoprint.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Virginia and 7th. Yep. And say hi to Delina and Sierra when you go.
Any other questions?
Was that? Yeah. All right.
Nonprofits like the best opportunity for people that don't have homes to get them.
Don't have homes to get them.
Yeah. I mean, specifically not people just trying to rent or buy some shit, right? But like people that are like unhoused.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who are unhoused. on the campus, the Keys to Change campus, which is where Circle the City is located, there are a lot of services available for people who are unhoused, and there are pathways to housing.
Yeah.
Case managers on the campus to help people who are unhoused.
But it's on the back of nonprofits that handle it. It's not like
Yeah.
government doesn't help a lot.
I was just
Familiar with Keys to Change, by the way. I'm a fan.
Oh, okay. There's a continuum, right? That's unhoused, and then the end continuum is housing, either rental or purchase. And there's HUD housing in there, and so there's all kind transitional housing. Dana, I believe, if you don't mind, I believe she initially got housed at the respite center, our respite center, and then from there she went to rehab, then she went to sober living, then she went to subsidized housing, and now she's one of my very best employees. And so there's just all kinds of continuum or places.
Right, but it's on like nonprofits, and it's typically oriented towards like recovery, right? It's not easy to like house people that aren't trying to give up drugs. Is that right?
Not necessarily. There's services for veterans. There's people without addiction. There's housing resources too. But
I think it might. I don't know. We're not probably.
Yeah, we're not the experts.
I don't really like blow this out. I just feel like it's kind of sad that it's all reliant upon like nonprofits and donation-based stuff, and then often by sobriety, which I'm not fully even into myself. I feel like let people live, but. Sorry, I don't mean to tangent us too much. I was just curious if that was it. It feels like it is. It's about nonprofits helping support people.
Yeah, and we're a federally qualified healthcare center, so we federally qualified healthcare are all across the United States and underserved areas. So that's where we get some of our funding, and then grants and donations. Yeah, so kind of a hodgepodge of all kinds of things that make us.
One thing, when I got my housing, their model was house first, and then whatever afterwards.
Nice.
It was my choice to go to rehab to get the voting skills prior to me getting my housing. But I have my voucher just for being homeless. I was still in active addiction. So they do have a housing first model. They don't require you to be sober now. So.
Awesome, thank you. And not to like drag this out, I have a friend of mine that's helping out, and there's some people, and they're using certain things in front of a business nearby. They're a neighbor, you know what I mean? And every now and again, I just wonder, like, can neighborhoods like squat a house and crack it open for the people that need it? You know what I mean? And like, would they cry about it because they're using a little bit of drugs in it? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Need healthcare. Send them on.
Yeah.
I open this up sometimes. It's like we expect the nonprofits to do this by donation and by grant and everything, and it's just like people need to live. Let them live a little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll come in and send a mobile team there. If you open a house, we'll send a mobile team.
Yeah, there's just a business up the street, and I know like the person doesn't care. Just got servers running, making money for his rent, and there's people outside like shooting up, whatever. And I don't really care about that myself either, but it's just a little bit bad for like the passerby and all that. You know what I mean? And it affects every neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we have empty houses in our neighborhood.
Right. And Central Phoenix, like I've lived in Central Phoenix for a long time. I lived in Ashland Place for a while, right down the street. And it's a transient neighborhood. And unfortunately, if you look back a year and a half ago when they did all the work around the zone, and it pushed a lot of the unhoused individuals out. And unfortunately, around the campus, Keys to Change campus, is where the resources are. And so now individuals are displaced. And that's why we've initiated so many mobile and street medicine teams, because historically they would come on campus and get a lot of services. But the dynamic is changing a bit.
Yeah, appreciate you guys' work.
Thank you guys. Thank you for letting us talk, and thank you because we really appreciate it.
And both of us talk a lot, so I'm so sorry.
Because we're very enthusiastic about it.
I got one question.
If either of you want to stay for questions later or anything, you're very welcome. And please grab some food. Yeah, don't be shy. Grab food. Yeah.
If you have additional questions, reach out to Delina.
Mhm. Yeah, that's great. Yep. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. We'll try to grab our host, but maybe I'll skip ahead a little bit. Here's who we are. I probably don't need to introduce us at this point. Member, what's that? Oh, sure, that would be great. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Oh crap, I'm blanking in a moment. Yeah. Why do I always blank on the names right when I need them? In the meantime, membership, we're at 342 residents and 181 business members.
Is that more or less than it was like last time?
It's one less resident and like two more businesses. I always thought it'd be fun to show graphs, and I'm like, these graphs don't tell us a lot, so we're pretty stable. That's what we are. Do you want to come up and speak? Sorry. Just tell us a little bit about, yeah. If you want to hold this, this is for the people on the live stream to be able to hear you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome. My name is Andrew, and we own and operate Authentic Eat Africa restaurants for about 14 years now. We opened 2012. I don't know if you guys remember. There's all these Phoenix motor shop. I don't know, back a days, and this is what we are now. We start with like a hole in a wall, and growing and growing, and now we are about 800 square feet now, about 8,000 square feet, retail, bakery, and a coffee shop, like an event room, a community room, and of course the bar and the kitchen. And we have also another location in Scottsdale, Hayden in Indian Bend, and so we're growing so far. And we are really honored to serve the community. Your community is really a backbone of our businesses. All these years, people started stopping by when we have two tables. Even back a days, I remember a lot of faces here, and thank you very much for your support. And this is rooms for you anytime, any community related or anything. We are you very welcome, and we take care of you. Thank you.
What are your hours? What are the hours that you're open?
Where?
Here.
Oh, here, yeah. So we just start also as a coffee shop. We're gonna start like 9 in the morning to 12, kind of breakfast, ethnic breakfast. Never been done in the way we done it here. So we are trying those products, launching it out, and 9 to 12, stop by, and we have some vegetarian breakfast and some pita, eggs, and some traditional Ethiopian dishes. And then we have lunch and dinner, of course, here, and we close on Wednesday, and so we're planning to 9 to 9 p.m., 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. They've been wonderful hosts last month and this month, and we're meeting again here in January. So January 8th. I'll go ahead and cover treasurer's report. So right now we have 44,579 in checking, 64,350 in savings. It wasn't, I wouldn't say like a huge expenditures month. All of that, those major kind of changes tend to happen in February, March, if you can imagine, with home tour. But otherwise our accounts, I wouldn't say shift a whole lot. We're at the same levels, and actually I know we wanted to comment on the giving program. I have encouraged Caring Coalition to submit and just request some money so we can give them some right now. And then we did want to see if anyone had any strong opinions. We've had actually a lot of activity on the TNR kind of portion of the 4,000. We had originally done 4,000 with 2,000 of that for TNR services, and they've been doing a lot of this in the neighborhood, and so we haven't had any other requests specific for safety. Plus we actually have a lot of Block Watch grant funding for safety that we might be able to, if someone comes to us with a specific idea for safety in the neighborhood, we might be able to make things happen over there. So are people okay if we shift some of the 2,000 for kind of general safety over to TNR? In the past, I would say the safety category has been used for like, there was like a really big bee swarm over at the roundabout at 12th and Oak Street, and it's a community safety issue. And so we had bee removal come out. I think that's the only safety item that we've funded so far, if I recall. And I just want to get the pulse on if anybody is just
That sounds great.
Okay.
I have a question about
yes.
if someone already did a bunch of that, can they
Mhm.
ask for a little bit of support funding for that? Like, I saw someone post today that they did a bunch of
Right.
trapping.
I saw that one too. I think what I would encourage them to do is if they're going to keep doing it, to apply for funds, but not retroactive, because people will just start asking us for money all the time if they
Okay.
can get. But it will be based on a reimbursement. But if they just tell us, like, hey, I plan to help out
Okay,
15
so
cats.
the arts and culture one.
Yeah.
Can I just be like, yo, I think we should put up a tribute to Ed Mel, and I want $500 to do it. Can you do that?
You
I
can
ask
you
for
can
that.
ask
Does
for
that
that,
sound
and then
like
we will
something
talk about
you
it once we know more details. Yeah,
Okay.
you can always ask.
You're a CNA member if you're an active
Correct.
member.
Also, yes, yes, that is true. Yes,
So like what is the committee that does the cleanups called?
the Community Action Committee.
So is that safety? Like
It
they
is,
spend money,
yeah.
is that budgeted
So-
separately?
That one, I would say quite a bit of that could come from our Block Watch grant if they needed something. And so that's why I'm saying like we can shift things around here, whereas the Block Watch, I can't really help cats with that. And we've also, I guess we'll get to this later, but we just submitted our next year's Block Watch grant yesterday and have requested some very specific funding for the Community Action Committee and their various stuff. So granted, that grant money wouldn't come in if approved until July 1st. But I think we have wiggle room to allow them to still have funding should they need it. Yes.
So it looks like most of the money hasn't been asked for
Correct.
or shared, and it recycles again in May. Is that right?
Yeah, I think like, yeah.
Replenishes.
Yep.
So we need to encourage more neighbors
Mhm.
to ask for more money to do more things. Is that what? Am I getting it?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Yeah. Yes.
And also you've asked in the meantime.
Yep.
They've spent $1,300 on TNR efforts, and they could use, and it looks
Yes.
like they could use more before the end of the year.
Yes.
So I think for sure.
Okay.
Allocate another $500 at least
Yeah.
and see how that gets us.
Yep.
I mean
That works.
because that leaves up enough of a chunk for people to come up with other ideas.
Yeah. And we have ways we can move stuff around. I mean, you just saw our checking and savings. It's not like we're hurting right now, but also we just want to be cognizant of like, wanted to get a read of the room. Are people like, cats? I don't want, we're spending money on cats.
We
Like
need more cats.
we need, yeah.
You guys
So I
don't
just,
want more cats?
so I just wanted to get a
You guys love
pulse.
cats?
We are all inclined to shift some of this money to additional cats since they are putting effort into maintaining a healthy cat population.
And also
Yeah.
to Joey's
Oh.
point,
Yeah.
if neighbors do use all of these budgets, then we are going to be more inclined to put more money into these budgets the following year. So
Yes.
we're encouraging.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're encouraging everyone that has anything they're interested in improving the neighborhood,
Mhm.
throw it out there.
Anything? No, so check me out.
It should benefit the community a little more at large. It's not like, hey, I would like to landscape my front yard.
Right,
'cause-
no, but this is kind of an amazing scenario that you're like, we have thousands
Yeah.
of dollars to give away, and these are like, so maybe what if, maybe I could help, but maybe we could like present this in a way that's like,
Yeah.
yo, you guys want to do a thing? There's money for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that's
this
the harder
itself.
sell is like, hey, somebody else planned something. We'll pay for you to do it.
Right. Like
Apparently,
this,
that's
this
a hard
slide
sell.
itself, I
Yeah.
think should be shared on social media a little
It's
bit more.
we could do that. It's definitely on our website, but I don't think people explore quite a lot.
And hold on, the whole, if anyone hasn't asked for money before, it's like 4 questions, and you're like,
It's
my name is Joey. I want to ask for money for the mural
Yeah,
set. You
it's
know,
very
it's
easy.
basic.
it is a very easy application. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
there we go. There we go.
Great. We love to hear it.
I want the Coronado lamp, the little signs that
Mhm.
we have, the metal signs that are
Mhm.
all around our neighborhood. I don't know if there's some lights on
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like
You
that
did bring,
seems like
yeah,
a-
you brought that up to me at the Halloween event. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
On the top, and that's it.
Yeah.
It would, and it would be something to see at night.
Submit an application.
Where do
It's very easy. Email. It's
to
yeah.
build on that, okay, Oak Street itself could use more lighting. I feel like sometimes there's like the foot lighting or like
Right.
Christmas lighting, like all the like Oak connects the east side too, and I feel like it's sort of like left out sometimes. You know what I mean? And I feel like lighting the whole scenario also ties into the
Yeah.
bike safety of it all.
Well, and lighting, now that we're too late, is a block watch grant eligible thing. So if we want to be like very intentional and targeted, let's talk about like next year's block watch grant and get that in there where they're giving us money. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Helpful. Okay. I am going to move us on because we also have guest speakers. Nope, you're good because I love the passion here. Community Action Committee, they'll be meeting, I believe it's December 17th. They are doing all of these great things. They hosted the Pie Club potluck last month. They're doing the street and alley cleanups. So this was the next one here on December 13th. Is the alley between Hubble and Palm off of 15th Street. So that one will be the morning of December 13th. And we have buckets and pickers and gloves. Just wear comfy shoes and not your finest clothes. Yeah. A link on how to build yourself a contact tree for yourself and your street. Kind of an events recap. So we did our big tree planting day with Trees Matter on November 1st. So lots of trees added to the neighborhood. Wayne Fest happened, which was so fun. Hot, but fun. We did our field day. So this is showing the kids did a little tug of war and they had Carissa planned all kinds of activities for them. There were crafts, there were hula hoops, there were relay races, and we got one of those big giant parachutes. It was a great time. We did, I said, the Pie Club potluck social. I didn't get a chance to slip the photos in here, but it looked like there was a pretty good group and quite a lot of pie. So those are kind of easy things for us to be able to put together. The Coronado happy hour was on the day that it was really storming. So while we had to move it inside at the main ingredient, these were our raffle winners right here.
What did you win?
We won our bar tab.
We bought your drinks. Yeah. Yep. And then it's not a CNA official thing, but there was a porch concert the day before Thanksgiving to benefit Caring Coalition, which was also very fun. Yep. You were there?
Yeah.
Yep. It was great. Yep. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. So I always love the porch concerts. And now moving on to the upcoming events this month. So Coronado Art Crawl is 2 days from now on Saturday at Oval Park. There's all kinds of stuff like artists, makers, live music, raffles, food trucks, yard games. Bring your own beverage. We do have a beer permit. That's at Country Club Oval Park. But then there are looks like 5 artist studios that you could go tour and see their work where they create it. So that will be a very fun day from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. I don't have a picture here, and we do have a date now, but last year we did our first Holiday Lights bike ride and a hot cocoa social. So they loop around the neighborhood, taking a look at Christmas lights or holiday lights. And then stop. Last year it was at Becky's house in her front yard, and we did a build your own hot cocoa bar. We had popcorn, we had homemade cookies and Rice Krispie treats and things like that. So it's a really fun, family-friendly activity, and we have set that now for Friday, December 19th. I think we're going to start that at 5:30 p.m. just to give a little time to get home from work and get the kids on their bikes and in their helmets. But that's a really fun family event. And I don't have all the information on this, but the porch concert series is Saturday, January 31st. So keep your kind of afternoon and evening open for that. And more details will come from Brad and his team. And then the home tour, we're always featuring you. I'm sorry, I don't change this slide. We are still hoping for, actually, let me go to this slide. We're at 7 confirmed houses, right? I've been saying the minimum is 8 at this point. Are we going to cancel it? Probably not. But come on, people, we can get an 8th house and hopefully more. I think I said this in the last meeting, but I'm in a coalition with the other historic neighborhoods. I go to meetings with some of their home tour groups. And our neighborhood is 4,000 households, and Kanto Palmcroft is 90 households, and they have a wait list for people wanting to put their house on tour. And they have to cycle through the same houses like every 10 years, basically. Why can't we get more houses? We give you money. Like, there is incentive here. We give a $300 check for a house, like, for what? Reimbursement, yes. I mean, you don't just like get it. You have to put your house on tour, but you can put it towards like a landscaping project or a house cleaning or a mural or something like that. So please encourage your neighbors, please encourage your friends who are in the neighborhood to contact us to put their home on home tour this year. It is Sunday, February 22nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's all kinds of benefits here, but I'll go back.
I have a lukewarm lead.
Yeah.
The people that live in the brick house across from the park said they just got the house and they like it. And I mentioned home tour and they're like, oh, we would be okay with that.
All right.
The one that's like brick, but it's got like some flowers murals on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So
let's do it.
There you go.
Keep.
It's off my chest. And you guys can...
Well, I don't know them personally, so if you want to intro.
On doors? How do you get other houses?
We've been passing out like yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Been delivering. Yep. Yep. We are also in the thick of planning home tour. We are now meeting almost every Sunday morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Cartel. You're welcome to come join us. Yes. Hi, Diane.
When they solicited me to be on the home tour, they did knock on doors. That's exactly what they did. They came to the neighborhood, they went house to house and knocked on the doors. I was stunned, opened the door, and I told them, why would you like to help me on home tour? I never even heard of it, you know? So that is not out of the realm of possibility.
Why did you do it?
I don't know. I don't remember too long. Persuasive person was in there.
Yes.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. We also now officially have our sponsor registration open, our vendor registration open, food trucks, other vendors. Yes.
You want a parade?
Yes, I have it on my to-do list to reach out to you. It's been a busy couple of weeks, so it's on my list. Yes. Definitely want a kids parade. We've already started adding that on our website. But sponsorship structure, we really changed how this works, and we have sponsorships available from top tier 5,000 all the way down to I think $125 to be a sponsor. And the way that you'll see like on our website what the benefits of that are, but we wanted to make a way to support us and a way for us to promote you at multiple kind of price levels. So everything in between there, hoping to get some more houses. And then, oh, good, we made it through. Actually, let me check my phone real fast in case I had something else. No, I did a pretty good job. Okay, so we have guests. I'm not sure that our community action officer is here. He was kind of a tentative, but Cody, I would love if you would like to come up and present for us. Great, and I'll share for you. Okay.
Awesome.
And then you can just arrow.
Okay,
and then hold
oh
that.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much. Thank you, Kirsten, for letting me come today. I have too many slides. I'll say at the outset, and I know it's already like 7:45, so I will not go. I will like move through some of these, but happy to send anything that you're interested in or chat more later. Cody Telp, professor at the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at ASU, and also live on Laura and JT's block on Coronado. We've had a almost year-long fun plumbing home repair project. So I've also lived at 12th and Sheridan and currently at 17th and Almeria in temporary housing. So really seeing the whole neighborhood. I guess that's the positive thing about being out of our house since March. I know, yeah. I have a contractor that I would not recommend. Okay. Won't say that in the live stream. But so I have an admin role at ASU, so I'll tell you a little bit about the school because I have to always be recruiting. And then I just want to talk a little bit about the work I do, some of which is about improving policing and some of which is about community-led work and a project that I have going on very close to here in the Edison East Lake community, so just south of us. And then we'll see how long I blab about those things, and then I have some thoughts. I mean, I think the awesome part, as you all know about the Coronado community, is lots of the things that we're trying to do in other communities across Phoenix and across the country are already happening here. There's very, very high levels of resident engagement, and like some of the theories we have in criminology about getting neighbors to care about one another. Like, I feel like Coronado is like the prototype of that. So, which is awesome. Okay, so there's too many words in this slide as well, I understand. If you're interested in criminology and criminal justice at all, or have family members or kids that are, please come join us at ASU. We've got a lot of programs. We're based downtown, but we have classes in West and Tempe and online. We have 2,500 degree-seeking students doing bachelor's, master's, PhD. We have online masters in crime analysis, masters for public safety leaders, including a fire executive concentration. We've got a new professional doctorate for public safety leaders that they can do fully on Zoom. We're trying to help them advance their education and knowledge and skills. We think we're the first, try to say in the nicest way possible, reputable school offering a doctorate that's accessible to practitioners. The first nonprofit institution, I should say. So please, if you ever have any questions about the school, we're in Watts College, so I think within Watts, we have lots of Coronado residents. We have at least Abby Henson, who has a great podcast, is also in my school, but lots of great Watts folks in Coronado. So always happy to talk about Watts or the school. Okay, so in terms of kind of what I do at ASU, I think a lot about how we can get research into practice, particularly in policing practice, and also how we can think about ways to increase fairness and effectiveness at the same time. And so, like, I feel like this quote, like, police should do what works. People are always like, are you saying there's non-evidence-based practice? And I'm like, yeah, like most of what we do in crime and justice is unfortunately based on like a serious event happened, and we just create a new law with no real discussion about whether that's like aligned with what we know works or doesn't work. So we're often driven by strong moral views or single cases. And so trying to push research into practice is a lot of what I do. And also thinking a lot about like, fairness and effectiveness sometimes get pitted against each other. That's happened a lot in recent efforts